My basin pre-design is done, and I have a polyline that I think represents what will be the bottom of the retention basin. The only thing that's missing is a finger up to the outfall that I have identified, so I will draw an arbitrary line across the vertex of this triangle and turn it back, so I'll have a little gap from which I can extend this closed polyline out to my outfall and back. Now that's really important because I can easily do a projection grading with a closed polyline, and I'm going to use the join command. Now we're talking. I'm going to use fillet radius 2 to make these other corners pretty. And I think we can work with that. I'm going to change this to let's look for all our feature line layers. And I'll change this to a warp line since it's the bottom.
What I'm doing here, I call it a tactical retreat.
There. And turn it into a feature line on the finished ground layer, FG, and assign it to 1579.7, which is 1 foot below my high water. If you'll see, the high water before was 80.7, and when I hover here, it's going to outfall at about 80.73. So my high water is 80.7, and this feature line has been set at 79.7. Now all I got to do is raise this point to 1580.7, since that is my finger and that's where it's going to overflow. Now I can just do the projection grading. It's that easy.
You're nowhere. No, wait, you're in the skybox.
And I did not hit the edges of my lot. So I am good, assuming the volume's good.
No effort.
Do you know what's missing? See if you can guess, or if you're ahead of me, I'm going to look at the object viewer, look at an isometric view, and there's a hole in my basin I need to infill. The infill's done, and if I hover, I now get high water and finished grade, 80.7 and 79.7, and my object viewer will now give me a beautiful picture of my basin with my finger. All I need is my volume, and my grading group can give me that. 5894, I've become a little bit short, so I have to start over again. I'm going to pause the video while I make it a little bigger. I've erased and exploded everything, but before I can continue, I need to flatten everything, because Civil 3D does not like to make funny 3D polylines. Now that it's flat, I can offset it a little bit, and I'll pause while I finish. Well, whoopsie daisy, I made a little mistake. I was looking at the FG group volumes, which are dirt volumes. I need to be looking at the high water group volumes, which are the retention volumes, and that's 6310, which is almost perfect in the first place, as our pre-design suggested we would be. Yay! Let's just move our contour labels onto our basin and
show up and
add a high water contour. I'm clicking all over the place wrong. Select similar. Okay, we'll right click on our surface, go to properties, and under analysis, user contours, we'll say we want one, and we'll make it at 15 80.7. Then we'll go to surface properties or surface style and show user contours. Now lo and behold, it shows. Let's copy this. And let's change these two to not show the user contour labels. And then let's just shorten these two so that all we see is the high water labels. Either way would work just fine. Shortening them or turning off the other two, right? All right, and that's our Civil 3D basin model. Let's just write our volume down in our drainage report, 6310, and we'll be done, and we'll go on to the next step. 6310 by Civil 3D surface subtraction.